Stand by camera 3.
I've never been to the Philippines. I only speak one word of Tagalog, and that is thank you. Salamat.
So you're telling me you speak like a Filipino now?
With language learning experts on my side, I will find out just how much Tagalog I can cram into 4 days.
And this is the day of reckoning for Tim Ferriss. Are you ready?
I'm Tim Ferriss, best-selling author and human guinea pig. I'll show you how to make the impossible possible by bending the rules. I'll find the world's best teachers and push myself to the edge to deconstruct, decode, and demystify some of the world's toughest challenges in record time. If I can do it, so can you. Los Angeles, California. Little Manila. Home to 300,000 Filipinos and the location of my next challenge. This week's experiment is learning languages. Even I've been terrified of this. After all, in high school Spanish, I couldn't even string together, ¿Dónde está el baño? So this week, I just have a few days to prepare for a television interview in Tagalog, otherwise known as Filipino. I'm scheduled to appear on the daily talk show, Kababayan Today.
20 seconds.
I'll be expected to answer questions and converse in a language I know nothing about. The interview will be broadcast on live TV, reaching approximately 5.6 million households. It's very, very difficult to compress learning a language well into really what is about 3.5 days. All I have to fall back on are the learning techniques I've been perfecting over the last decade. One of the frameworks I use to tackle new languages is CAFE. It's an acronym that helps me to streamline the entire learning process. First, I need to condense or compress what I study. Given the time frame, I then devise the best schedule for studying, reviewing, and resting. And to maximize retention, I use memory tricks to make tough material stick. Will I succeed or will I fail? We'll find out.
Oh, kamusta?
Hi, Tim Ferriss.
Oh, Tim, kamusta ka?
Very good. I need to learn more Tagalog. To get me started, I've enlisted the help of an expert. Tita Domingo literally wrote the book on learning Tagalog. She's a university professor, Filipino native, and she has taught countless people to learn this language. This week, she's gonna have to get me up to speed in record time.
Simula tayo, let's begin.
Let's begin. So, what are the most common English speaker mistakes?
Oh, English speakers would like to say, I ate the chicken.
Yeah.
But normally, what they are saying in Tagalog, they are saying, the chicken ate me.
Very different. Tagalog's sentence structure is different from English. Most circumstances call for passive construction. The handy acronym VAN illustrates the order: verb, actor, noun. As I'm digging into the basic graph of grammar, I realize that noun cases, modifiers, conditions, and whatnot are really quite complex. To pull off the interview is really going to be a stretch goal. It's not going to be easy. I translate these 12 sentences into every new language I study. They help me to understand verb tense, word order, sentence structure, and much more. The apple is red. It is John's apple. I give John the apple. We give him the apple. He gives it to John. She gives it to him. Is the apple red? Apples are red. I want to give it to him. I can't eat the apple. I keep it very compressed on one page, so whenever I get overwhelmed, I can refer back to that as my guide, as my compass. What makes Tagalog easy?
Oh, the people are very friendly and they will teach you how to speak it correctly.
That's very important. Over the course of 3 hours, Tita and I focus on my dozen sentences. Then we get straight into practicing the types of questions I might be asked on live TV, such as, why did you want to learn Tagalog? This will help me select the few hundred most critical words from tens of thousands. I'm going to have to learn this language through the lens of the interview. Tita has given me an overall roadmap to build upon. The total immersion is the best way to learn any language, so she sets me up with a host family, some friends of hers, the Diamonds. Nagagalak ko kayong makilala po?
Yes, tama.
So
Magaling!
Now I'm out of vocabulary.
Okay. So,
For the next couple of days, the Diamonds have generously agreed to take me in. They have many generations to answer my many questions.
Why don't I lead you to your room?
Wonderful. Perhaps more important, just by residing in a Filipino household, I'll be absorbing vocabulary, idiom, better pronunciation, useful phrases, everything. I'll be eating, breathing, and sleeping Tagalog.
This is my mom, ang mama ko, Mama Yuyu.
Mama Yuyu.
Yes. It is tradition that you hold her hand and put her hand on your forehead.
Okay.
And then I bless you.
Oh.
Okay. By tomorrow, you will know already many Tagalog words. I will make sure.
Okay, thank you. Salamat po.
Okay. It's time to have dinner, hapunan.
Another added benefit, home-cooked Filipino meals. But I've got an interview coming up, so after dinner, it's right back to studying.
When I first heard that Tim wanted to do an interview in Tagalog, the first thing that came to my mind was, ooh, I'm gonna have fun with this.
So obviously this is a challenge which you may easily fail at.
3 days left until I'm expected to converse fluently in Tagalog on live TV. The risk of spectacular failure is a powerful motivator. I'm having trouble remembering tough material, so I'm gonna consult my friend Ed Cook, Grandmaster of Memory, to gather a few more tools and tricks. There we go. So you can hear me, right, Ed?
Here you go. Yeah.
Ed Cook is a memory grandmaster. He's the perfect friend to lean on.
So obviously this is a challenge which you may easily fail at, no matter how brilliant you do. I would do a kind of intensive series of hours with short breaks in between them on memorization. So probably I'd do like a 4-hour stint in the morning, probably 50 minutes of memorization, 10 minutes of stretching and doing push-ups.
Ed is very smart and very fun. He keeps it light, which I think makes him a very good teacher.
You're a master of knowing the phrases you can, but stuff like, this is very disappointing.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I don't like your Tagalog accent and stuff like that. Could be quite handy buying yourself some time.
Right.
And one thing I would definitely say is don't learn anything new within 24 hours of the interview. I would put them into practice or you risk embarrassing yourself.
Smart man. My first 4-hour block should start now. Frequency is the second part of my cafe framework. Ed reminds me that there's improved recall at the beginning and end of lists or study sessions. So if you break hours of practice into shorter periods, in theory, you remember more because you're increasing the number of beginnings and ends. Ganito ang buhay. This is how life is. Ganito ang plano. This is the plan. I couple Ed's strategy with one of my favorite techniques. Even exercising for just 20 minutes improves information processing and memory. But it's more profound than that. Exercise can actually increase the number of neural connections in the brain. And some scientists believe this is due to a chemical or a molecule called BDNF. All you have to do to learn languages faster is move your body. It's that simple. Seafood City, an everyday stop for Filipinos in LA. Time to go shopping with Mian and Mama Yuyu. You might look at grocery shopping and say, why? Sometimes the small things are the big things.
So we're looking for pork butt, baboy.
Baboy. Holy cow, that's a long list. We're picking up ingredients for tonight's dinner, a Filipino standard called chicken and pork adobo. Here's what we need: chicken, pork, garlic, soy sauce, vinegar, ground pepper, and bay leaf. How would you say what else? How would you say?
Ano pa?
Ano pa, that's it, right?
Yes.
Ano pa?
Ano pa?
Ano pa?
Tapos na tayo sa dessert.
Tapos na.
We
It's finished?
Finished.
Already finished.
Already finished.
Doon na lang tayo
Tapos na.
sa adobo.
Tapos na.
So we want to shoot you shopping with him, so maybe fish section first.
Janelle So, anchor and producer for Kababayan Today. Her crews arrived to film a short piece with me and my host family. She's the one who will be grilling me in Tagalog on live TV.
When I first heard that Tim wanted to do an interview in Tagalog, the first thing that came to my mind was, ooh, I'm gonna have fun with this. How do you tell if a fish is fresh?
Well, the eyes.
You just learned that.
I did. They were telling me. Clear eyes.
Magaling.
Magaling.
To pick Tagalog out of all the languages that he can learn, and to pick Kababayan Today out of all the other Filipino shows out there, it's gonna be amazing.
Nice to meet all of you, finally.
Yes, and I will see you in studio. Better be ready.
Comes around the mountain, I will be ready.
All right.
As ready as I'm gonna be.
Okay,
All right, thank
bye.
you guys. Bye. You lie. Back home for a couple of hours of studying, then it's time to stop and make dinner. Oh, I knew you were gonna ask me that. Sukang, right? Sukang? No, I know, that's the vinegar. Hold on, don't tell me.
Starts with T.
Starts with T? I chose to live with native Tagalog speakers, even on this compressed time frame, because walking around in the house, overhearing Tagalog, being able to ask questions about words that are relevant, allows me to, in a very relaxed way and natural way, absorb more vocabulary.
Kain na! Lahat, kain na! We're ready to eat.
Could I use that in an interview? Yeah, I could if I'm smart about it. Cheers to you. So how do I feel? There is a slim chance that it will go off really well. There's also a very high probability that I'll be a deer caught in headlights. It's a tough challenge. One day left. Tomorrow, the interview. Today, first things first, breakfast. Magandang umaga.
Oh, magandang umaga, Tim.
Mien has been actually very good at catching sloppy pronunciation of mine. And different teachers have different ears, different types of emphasis.
Kain ka pa. That means eat some more.
How do you say eggs?
Itlog.
Itlog?
I-T-L-O-G.
Okay. What Ed Cook, who's a friend of mine, might do is make that. It's a log of eggs. Oh my God, it's a log made of eggs, right? You try to turn the whole thing into an image.
Last but not least, we have encoding. And encoding really shines with languages. For instance, Ed learned the word tungkol, about, in Tagalog, by imagining a tongue made of coal being dragged around a roundabout. That is how you make the slippery stick. And the reality is, I've never done something like this with a foreign language on such a compressed timeline. So I'm kind of flying blind. It feels like I've been memorizing phrases and tenses for a month straight. So I head out in the morning for a quick adventure to lighten things up. I need a haircut, but I don't know how to say it in Tagalog. How do you say number one?
Gusto ko numero uno.
Numero uno. Yeah. I can do that. So I do haircuts in every culture that I visit, especially when I'm trying to learn a new language, because I find the experience is always unique.
Okay. Number one.
And Rolando turns out to be a treasure trove of curse words in Tagalog.
Sometimes easy to learn bad words.
One word, yes.
Yeah. Especially the bad words, you know.
The bad words.
Like you, putang.
Yeah. Well, how do you say?
Yeah,
That's how I get punched.
you. Easy to learn, huh?
That is easy. Rolando points out to me, among other things, that if you want to get a liar to stop lying, calling him in Tagalog is very effective.
You. Oh, yeah?
All right.
He'll share up, you know? That's it.
I doubt I'll have the chance to use that in my interview, but I'm storing it for future use. One fundamental issue with trying to do all of this in just a handful of days, you have to really create your own curriculum. At this point, there's a lot of Tagalog bouncing around in my head, but there's a whole lot more that I don't know. I could easily get tripped up in the interview over something simple and not know how to respond. I want to make sure my pronunciation is right, so at least Janelle can understand me.
Oh, sige.
In the early stages of learning any new language, it's important to focus on what you know how to say and to learn how to dodge or delay the things that you can't. I've got one last session left with Tita, and I'm going to use it for what I call recovery or emergency phrases.
How do I stall? How do I buy myself time? How do I exchange pleasantries to eat up 20, 30 seconds here or there? Very practical kind of politician-type tactics to make this thing go smoothly. Mabuting tanong yan.
Oo, tama. Mabuting tanong yan.
Mabuting tanong yan. Mabuting tanong yan.
Mabuting tanong yan.
And then with sorry, pakiulit. Pakiulit.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Pakiulit.
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 There was another way that you said I could say dahan-dahan.
Oh, hinay-hinay.
Oh, one more time. Sorry, pakiulit. Well, my dear friend, Ed Cook, told me not to learn anything new in the last 24 hours. So I'm going to continue studying and then cross my fingers.
This week, I've attempted to learn a new language in just 4 days. I structured the learning process around my CAFE framework, a shortcut. I compressed the amount of Tagalog I'd need to learn into the bare essentials. I adjusted the frequency of my studying to compensate for an abbreviated time frame. I used mnemonics and encoding techniques to help memorize difficult vocab, and then fully immersed myself in Filipino culture. And now comes the test, a live television interview in Tagalog.
No matter how many interviews I do, I still feel like I'm gonna vomit before every single one. It's unbelievable.
20 seconds. Stand by animation. 5 to animation. And animation's up. Stand by camera 3. And 5, 4, 3.
Tim Ferriss of the Tim Ferriss Experiment is joining us today on our program because his latest experiment is learning to speak Tagalog. How's it been, Tim?
It's been fantastic.
So you're telling me that you've never been to the Philippines, yet you speak like a Filipino now. And this is the day of reckoning for Tim Ferriss. Are you ready?
As ready as I'm going to be.
All right, so I got him comfortable first speaking English, and now we're going to speak Tagalog. How nervous are you right now?
Very nervous.
Very nervous. All right. In Tagalog, ipaliwanag mo sa kanila kung sino ka at ano ang iyong programa.
Okay. Walang problema. Ang TV show ko, The Tim Ferriss Experiment, nagtuturo na mawala ang takot nyo. Many different fears. Gaya ngayong speaking Tagalog on TV.
Ano para sa'yo ang nakakaakit at nakakagulat na mga aspeto ng kultura or wikang Tagalog or Filipino?
Sandali. Mabuting tanong yan. Mabait at very friendly ang mga tao.
Okay.
Yeah.
And mahirap bang mag-aral ng wikang Tagalog?
Oh, thank you, thank you. Mahirap mag-aral ng 3 days lang. Napaka-stressful. Okay.
So, in English, how has this experience been like for you?
Even in this short period of time, I think anyone can lay the foundation to enjoy a language forever, just in 1 week. But I think, if you take it dahan-dahan and you realize that, even, kahit konti lang, malaking bagay, right? Like a little bit goes a very long way.
See, oh my gosh, you can respond to me now in Tagalog. So you really learned it.
Walang anuman, I hope to be back.
With more Tagalog.
Absolutely.
Good luck on your show, more power. Thank you for joining us. Happy Friday once again. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Great, right?
6 minutes seemed like an eternity. I did it.
He was nervous, but I think it's all part of the adrenaline, but I just think that he did better than he expected to do.
By the way, worked here 6 years, and you know way more in 2 days. So
Wow. Thanks so much. What was your name?
Tim.
Tim. Oh, that makes it easy. Tim. Thanks very much.
All right,
I
thank
really
you.
appreciate it.
No, appreciate it.
That makes my whole week. That's amazing.
Hey guys, Tim Ferriss here.
One of the things that kills me about TV is that you have to take all of this amazing footage. In our case, we had 5 to 6 days of 12 to 16 hours typically per day, and you have to chop it down to 21 or 22 minutes, which is a 30-minute show with the ads removed. It just makes me want to stab myself in the eyeballs with bicycle spokes. It's so agonizing. The good news is we have all that footage, and so we've taken huge extended scenes, we've taken interviews, we've taken tutorials, everything imaginable that we could get our hands on that we thought was really world-class that we wanted to put in. And you can find it at 4hourworkweek.com/TV, all spelled out, F-O-U-R, etc. And we really feel like we could have made the best 2-hour documentary imaginable on the subject that you just saw, or had 5 different shows of equal quality, all different with the footage that we captured. So please check it out. There's some amazing stuff. And you can also check out the podcast where I do very long, in some cases 2 to 3 hour interviews with a lot of the experts in this show. And that's the Tim Ferriss Show, which was nominated one of the best of iTunes, which I'm very, very happy about. And you can check out both. So find everything at 4hourworkweek.com/TV. And if you think that's an oxymoron, by the way, you're right. If you want a 4-hour work week, do not work in television. Thank you for watching.